What's up, YouTube? Funky D. How's it going? So I came back, made a couple videos, and I was like, I'm going to do this. And of course, it's been how many weeks I haven't made a video. Anyway, I went to Cooperstown today, and hung out with some friends, and I found some really cool stuff. And I got some interesting stories, I guess. So, started like any other typical day. As you can tell from my videos prior to this one, I got into collecting toys again, and stopped by a few different Dollar Generals on the way looking for Hot Wheels. It's kind of like one of the current obsessions that I have right now, trying to find like certain really rare ones. Kind of struck out and all that, which was fine. I mean, it's just kind of the way it goes anyway. So then I get to town, and one of the card shops in town had all their baseball cards 50% off. And I'm thinking, okay, it's probably one of these places. Like when you go out there, it's like a place that's like stuck in time. All their cards are like from the year 2000 or earlier, and most of them are from the late 80s. You know what I mean? So I was expecting nothing major, but this guy had some really nice stuff. There was a box full of dollar cards right in the front, and then right next to that there was a box. It was $4 per card or 3 for $10, and it was all 51 Bowman, like sort of commons and cards where the condition was a problem. And I was really tempted to buy them all. It would have cost me a couple $100. So I stopped and thought about it. And I'm like, okay, it's basically full retail, because I checked eBay for the same cards in similar condition, and they were selling for about $4 or $5 shipped. So I was like, and the guy wouldn't budge on the price. If he would have come down, I would have bought them all. Stack of 50. I think there were 65 cards, 51 Bowman. I think there was 51, 52, a couple different years, but that would have been sweet. So I did not buy that. But I did buy a couple things. Way less exciting. He had a couple of Wade Boggs cards that I don't have that were 50 cents a piece. So I picked those up. Those will be going directly into a binder. And these were in the dollar box, which I thought was pretty cool. These are, I guess, 80, 81 hockey. Topps hockey, of course. And these ones was kind of unique that year, where you had to scratch off this area, the puck, to see the player's name. But I happen to know, because I have a lot of these cards from back in the day. At least I'm pretty sure. I think this is Guy Lafleur. At least I think it is. I think that's Guy Lafleur, but I'm not sure. Somebody could probably correct me if I'm wrong. Because now that I say that, I'm really uncertain. This one I'm 100% sure is Brian Trottier, so that's pretty sweet. These cards are like minty, and Brian Prop's rookie card. Nothing major, but I just thought it was really cool, because I've never actually seen these cards, where the name was still concealed. And again, he had like a whole bunch of these, and they were so cheap. The guy really prices his cards really fairly. And then he had the nicer stuff. There was a few different showcases up in the front. Everything was half price. Not a lot of stuff I was really interested in. It was all really cool, but what I ended up grabbing was this old Ripken rookie. I have the Topps one. That's the only one I actually have. And this is some, CSA certified. It looks like a knockoff of PSA. I'm kind of wondering if this is like a precursor or something. I don't know. Maybe somebody out there knows. But I'm actually tempted to crack this out and resubmit, because, obviously you see they gave it an 8.5, and the card looks really good. Corners are all pretty good. And, there's no damage that I can see on the card. So whatever, maybe it's like, maybe a little bit of centering problem, but you can see the tag on there, $25. I got this for like $12.50 or whatever it is. I'll crack it out sooner than I thought. Yeah, so I got this for half price. I thought that was a great deal for a Ripken rookie. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been out of this for a while, but that seems like a really good price to me. Went into another shop, which is full of just like odds and ends, and this one really is stuck in time. There is nothing in this store that's newer than like 20 years old. But I managed to find this, which I've never seen and I didn't know existed. Sorry, it's a little blurry, but it's a Wade Boggs card. I don't know if it's a card or a sticker. I really don't know, but it's made by Hostess. So I grabbed that. You know, needed that for the Wade Boggs collection. And that was it really for cards. I didn't really buy anything else. There was a few other tempting things, but decided to save the money. And as we were having lunch, I noticed a shop next door to Cooley's, probably the most famous place to eat, like a bar right in town there. There was a guy selling vintage toys. So, of course, I went in and I bought a couple things. I spent $30 on 2 different things. The first of which, the cheaper of the two, was this thing. It's a Ferrari dealership. You know, you set up your track, like the city, I guess, and you could make this be a part of it. But it had a Ferrari in there, and I tend to buy the Ferraris, so got a good deal on that because the package is pretty beat up. The cellophane is yellowing. I don't know if you can see, and plus it's crushed a little bit. I don't know what this would be worth if it was in better condition, but I paid like $8 for it. It's from 1999. I'm alright with it. I'm happy with that. And the other thing I bought was this for $20. This is a Matchbox car from the early 60s. Nice Jaguar. The hood opens up and everything. Yeah, easy for me to say. There it is. So this is really nice. I mean, this is a really nice vintage piece. You know, for the die-cast car collection. So I was really happy to pick that up. You know, a lot of this newer stuff is cool and everything, but this is like actually collectible. This actually has value. So I was really happy to add this to my collection. Still rolls and everything. It's in really nice shape. And then on the way out of town, I had to drive back up 88. So I stopped off in Cobleskill because I knew there was a Walmart there to check their Hot Wheels, and I actually scored pretty well there. Well, at least I think I did. So the Bugatti Chiron, for the longest time, these were like the only way you could find these is on eBay. Somebody went in and bought them all, and they're trying to sell them for $30 on eBay. They still go for pretty strong. I think I looked these up after I bought them. I got 2 of them, and they were priced around $15 per. And I walked in. It was like they had just freshly stocked everything. It was kind of funny. There was another person there, a woman actually, with a shopping cart who was had all these cars lined up and was going through each one of them meticulously. She's standing in front of the rack, and I see these sitting there, and I was like, "Do you mind if I cut in and grab a couple?" And she was like, "No." So thank God. So I was able to get a couple of these before she got them all, and there were like 3 or 4 of them. So I didn't take them all. I left some for her. But anyway, I'm really happy to get these because I have just about every casting that's from the newer stuff, but I've never been able to find these at all, and now I got 2. So I thought that was pretty cool. They're not worth as much as they used to be because they're in all the newer cases that are coming out, so they'll probably be worth even less pretty soon. But that's not really my thing. I mean, Hot Wheels are. You could go to like a flea market and you can see Hot Wheels from the 90s, even some from the 80s, still in the package for $1, $2, So I don't take this that seriously. These are just kind of fun to collect, and if I'm being totally honest, my daughter kind of got into it a little bit too, so we have this really crude track, and we'll race them once in a while. Not very often, but, we actually do kind of use these. I'm not just hoarding cars, and I'm not just looking to buy these so I could resell them. I actually just wanted these, so I was happy to find it. So anyway, that's all I got for you for now. I have a few other videos planned. I know some people had suggested I should make a video about Magic cards, and I'm thinking about doing that. I think I'll do it from a finance perspective because I think that's what will resonate most with the people that are subscribed to my channel, because as sports card collectors, the value of the cards is really kind of one of the main reasons people collect in some cases. And I think that people don't understand how lucrative gaming cards could be, especially Magic cards. And you could do really, really well with those. I was thinking about making a video for that. Someone also suggested I make one for the wrestling figures that I mentioned in one of the videos I made, whatever that was. So I'm thinking about some ways of doing that. I was thinking about ways of doing a video to show some of the diecast stuff, the Matchbox and Hot Wheels. So I don't know. There should be more coming. We'll see. But you know me, it's pretty sporadic, if at all. Anyway, I've rambled on for 10 minutes, so I much respect to all of you who are still watching this. Love you very much, and I'll catch you next time. Take it easy.